Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. So, these couple of days, I kind of fall in love with voice. It started by listening to some audiobook, and it was so very well written, plus so very well read, and the voice from the reading from the book is so captivating, so much character, and the sound, the voice could be just so magnificent and magical. So I start wondering, is there a power of our voice that make people fall in love? Yeah, it's such a bizarre feeling. Anyway, so I am very fascinated by those voices. And not saying to copy, but I realize something. You listen to audiobook. Some audiobooks are just so captivating because the narrator was not just read. They become the book. They become part of the book. They become the character of the book. They become the voice of the book, and they become the soul of the book. They really express the essence of the book. And there are times I listen, or we listen to audiobook. The audiobook becomes reading the book word by word, and I have very hard time to understand the story. There is no internal spiritual connection from the first sentence to the next sentence. So I am thinking maybe I should learn some stories and read book with my own, retell the book or reread the book or rearrange the story. Anyway, so let's try some Greek mythology. To the ancient Greeks, the mythology were the same as their history. They really felt those are the things. The mythology were the real thing that happened in their life long time ago. And they use the mythology to make sense of life, of things happening. It's kind of a precast of human coming, of life story. And it's kind of explanation of the past and the precast, forecast of the future. So today I am going to tell the stories of Greek mythology, and these are the figures, the happenings, the things that tell us how the old Greek the ancient Greeks think how the world was created, was ruled, and functioned. So the very beginning was the creation. At the very, very beginning, before the Greeks knew there was Big Bang, they did not know. Before that, they were thinking the world was nothing. It was nothingness. It was a kind of a chaos. And in Chinese mythology, it was kind of foggy, muddy, smoky, gluey, that kind of a bowl of it. And in Greek mythology, it starts with this kind of chaos. It's nothing there but something there. Is nothing clear but something vague, kind of a muddy, foggy something, a bowl or an air something. And it was the chaos, the nothingness. One day there was a big yarn or a big and then the universe was created. That was the beginning of everything. And the first and the most powerful of all the gods that came out of chaos was Gaia, G-A-I-A, Gaia. I think in Greek mythology is called Ea or something, Ea or Gaia. G does not pronounce, like gyro is not gyro, is yarrow or something. Anyway, so the first god, actually she is female. The first goddess is Gaia, and she is the earth alone, just by herself, without any help. She created mountains, sprawling mountains, rocky mountains, Sierra mountains, Atlas mountains, Mont Blanc mountains, and the Himalaya mountains. She created all these mountains. And so that was the place where the gods can live. Without mountain, where do we live, right? There need to be earth, to be water, to be place. So she created first a mountain. And in Chinese, we have a saying, you 山有仙则名. Yeah, I kind of forget. So she created mountain, and then she created sparkling water, sparkling sea, which this sea is actually lay on top of the land. And then she also made the god Uranus, and Uranus was the heaven that stays on top of Gaia. And next, Gaia created Tartarus. Tartarus was below, so Gaia, the earth, in the middle, on top of Gaia was Uranus, and below Gaia was Tartarus. Tartarus is the most under earth, so something like hell, like 地狱, like the underground that all the miserable life lives. Yeah. Okay, let me continue with it. So that's this is a couple of days later. I fell asleep the other day. You know, I am too lazy to read a book, so I fell asleep. Okay, Gaia, the queen of the universe. Gaia and Uranus ruled the whole universe as the king, as the queen and the king of the universe. Two of them. I think Gaia was the mother of Uranus. Kind of bizarre. The Greek mythology, you know, at the beginning of everything of the universe, there were no human resource department because there was not enough human resource. There were only Gaia by herself. Of course, she can do whatever she likes. Anyway, I will be more respectful. Anyway, at first, they were happy, Gaia and Uranus, and soon they had many, many children. Well, a man and a woman, they got happy and they have children, kind of makes sense, right? Gaia gave birth to 12 giants who looked like huge men and women. Why they are called giants? Because they are giant, right? These were the Titans. So that was way before the Titanic. They didn't take the boat Titanic. So Gaia had 12 children. They were so humongous, so tall, so big, so, you know, you get the idea. They are giants. So they were called Titans, and 12 Titans. Titanomachy. Anyway, there are 12 Titans. They lived on the earth and had many children of their own. How they got their relationship, it's a very much complicated story, as complicated as Greek mythology itself. Next, however, Gaia had the 3 Cyclops. Cyclops are the monsters, has only one eye. Had 3 Cyclops, each with one eye in the center of its head. And the 3 hecatoncheires and 3 hecatoncheires who had 50 heads and 1 hand each, 100 hands each. So 50 heads and 100 hands. Gosh, every one head can go with 2 hands, so 50 heads. One of these monsters has hecatoncheires. One of these monsters have 50 heads. Oh my gosh, how huge it is, right? We have one head, and we already can be difficult to think through things. They have 50 heads. They must be too complicated, their life, their thought process. Okay, each have 50 heads and 50 heads and 100 hands. So Gaia was quite unique, right? First, she made 3 Cyclops, and she was quite conscious about the resources, only one eye for the Cyclops. And then she found that this world is abandoned. This world is full of resources. You just need to use your imagination. So she made 3 hecatoncheires with every one of them 1 head, every one of them 50 heads, 100 hands. So complicated. Uranus was disgusted. Oh my goodness. Oh. Not only Uranus, even I myself, yanghaiying, see it. I will be so scared to have 50 head. Pop. Oh, and especially I have this whole syndrome, fear of a whole problem. What is that word for afraid of something? Oh, I forgot. Anyway, my offspring are monsters. He cried. He was so disgusted. Oh, 1 eye, a big head with 1 eye, and 50 heads with 100 hands. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Uranus pushed the Cyclops and the hecatoncheires back into Gaia, so he would not see them at all, because he did not want to see him. So he did not want to see these monsters. And he was even more disgusting, right? He pushed these 6 monsters back into the stomach of Gaia. Ugh. Can you imagine it? This caused Gaia terrible pain. Of course. Gaia was upset because Uranus did not love all his offsprings. She would never forgive him for how he had treated them. Oh, that is... The Greek mythology is a little bit bizarre, right? So here comes the fall of Uranus. He did so bad thing. Unknown to Uranus, Gaia had been harboring a great deal of anger towards him for banishing their children, the hecatoncheires and the Cyclops. Oh my goodness, Uranus did not even know that Gaia, his wife, Gaia was angry. Of course. Man, he has no brain, or what? Yeah. Uranus' power has gone to his head. Uranus' power has gone to his head. Gaia thought it must be. The power has overtaken him. Right? When someone got power, when someone got too rich, when someone got too powerful, they totally lost their mind. We see it, right? We see people got too powerful and they become, totally bizarre thing. Okay, something need to be done about it, Gaia said. She could not defeat Uranus alone because he could use his weight to overpower her. That is so bad. Instead, she went to her bravest son for help. This was the Titan named Cronos. So Gaia had one son, had 12 Titans, right? One of them, which is the strongest, his name is Cronos. Cronos agreed to help Gaia conquer Uranus, if he could then rule the universe. Cronos went to Mom and said, Mom, I'm your good boy, but more than good boy, I can help you. And with one condition, if you make me the king of the universe, the most powerful one of the universe. Gaia sharpened a piece of rock and used it to create a jagged-edged sickle, which she took to Cronos. My son, she said, take this sickle and wait here until your father, Uranus, comes to visit me. Hide nearby. So she prepared a piece of a rock. Sickle. What is sickle? I need to check dictionary. What is sickle? Give me 1 minute. S-I-C-K-C-K-L-E. Sickle. Oh. She made a kind of 镰刀. She made the stone tool. Made a stone tool, a sickle. Yeah. And she gave to Cronos and said, you hide here. Later your dad came here. I will tell you to do something. Oh. Conspiring something. And you hide nearby, and when his back is turned, strike him. When he is not looking at you, you use the sickle to kill your dad. Cronos, excited to have his father's power, grabbed it. Of course, when you can get power, people will surrender to power. People will surrender their sense to power. If they can get power, they can do anything to get it. Yeah. As Gaia has asked, Cronos waited until Uranus appeared. Uranus did not notice his son lying in wait. When Uranus turned away, Cronos jumped out at his father and cut him with the sickle. Ow! Ow! So Uranus, the dad, came back home. Oh, my beautiful wife, let's have some fun time. And he didn't know that at this time his son was looking at him with anger, with desire to want to overtake his power. Oh my. And his son cut him. Uranus screamed, but he could do nothing to fight back because he was in such a pain from his own wound. Uranus' blood spilled into the sea and onto the ground. You know what he had cut out, right? The son cut out his dad's important part, let's say it, the root of his dad. In Chinese we call it root. 根. Uranus' blood spilled all over the ocean, the ground. It's all bloody. Yeah. The blood that had fallen into the waves mixed with the salty water and began to foam. Salty water and blood and wave. and became a lot of foam. Gaia and Cronos watched as from the foam rose. Remember the Botticelli, the birth of Venus? Here comes the story, comes the moment, comes the giant scallop shell. Okay. So Gaia and Cronos just watched. On this foam, there rose a giant scallop shell, which glided to the shore. This scallop shell, because it's a curved shape, it can really gliding like a little boat, glide to the shore. The scallop shell opened gently to reveal a beautiful, beautiful young lady, a beautiful woman. This was Aphrodite. Aphrodite, the goddess of love. So in Botticelli was an Italian painter, right? Botticelli, in his painting, and in Roman mythology, Aphrodite, her name was Venus. So the birth of Venus. You need to check the painting, the birth of Venus, and I think I saw it in Uffizi. I forgot. Must be Uffizi in Italy. Yeah, Uffizi Museum. Okay. Meanwhile, the blood that had landed on the ground had given rise to 3 terrifying winged women. Their names were Megaera, Tisiphone, and Alecto. Together, they were known as the Furies, goddess of revenge. If you push my son into my Gaia said, if you push my son back into my stomach, you are gonna get revenge. So the 3 goddesses, the 3 Megaera, Tisiphone, and Alecto, together, the 3 Furies, goddess of revenge. They would punish men and women. Men and women who committed murder by driving them mad. So these 3 goddesses could drive people mad once people has committed crime as murder. Uranus fled back to the heavens and gave up his rule over the universe to his son. He had no root. Yeah, he was in pain. He had no root. His root was cut out by the sickle. Yeah, so he had no power. Cronos, Gaia, was overjoyed. Her other children could now be freed from her stomach.